My peeps, I hope you're doing well today. There was a COVID exposure in the family, and I'm testing negative. My granddaughter negative, my daughter negative, my brother negative, but my sister came down, and it got me thinking about just risk taking in general. What we're willing to risk. What's the benefit risk, like analysis? I mean, it seems to me we can shut down too much, be too cautious, too careful. I'm a Virgo, so I'm pretty systematic. I've never really identified with all the kind of quick stereotypic readings of what Virgo is, but I am kind of careful. When I was little, my mother, who was not careful, she was a wild woman, we were on a walk in the woods, and we came to a stream, and we were sitting by the edge of the stream, and I approached the stream and started walking across it. There were very obvious stepping stones. I remember this vaguely. I think I was about 4 maybe, and with the sneakers that still have the big rubber tips. So I was pretty little, but Mom said I would take one step onto the next stone, and I'd say, may I check with her, may I step on the next stone? And she'd say, yeah, okay, step on all this, go ahead. But every stone, I would check in with her. And I think that, I've probably come a ways since then, but there are other places where I take enormous risks. Big life challenges, whatever it is, moving, leaving a marriage, risking a love relationship that other people thought was nuts, and it turned out to last for 20 plus years, and we're still very good friends. So, that's what we're working with here, I think, is sort of fool's energy, the positive side of fool's energy. Jumping in. 3 of Pentacles. That is earth energy and doesn't strike me as a risk, but it's cooperative energy with other people. And I guess it might depend on what they bring to the table. Let's keep going. Oh, and I wanted to say before I forget, slipstream mug. They're really brilliant. I got mine yesterday, and I'm getting them as gifts. I mean, everybody's going to get one for Christmas, but it's a nice quality mug, and the logo really turned out well. It's kind of blue. The logo is a night sky, is sort of a deep blue. Really like it. Sorry, but paused for commercial break, I guess. Tell us about the 3 of Pentacles and what over time we're building. We're forging connections, and there's a literal forge in the background. Forging connections in 3D, and there's the block. Maybe one person wants to cooperate and the other doesn't. One person thinks it's worth Pentacles energy. That the risk is, the juice is worth the squeeze is worth the juice. There's something here to work with. And a desire to invest. And the other person is saying, what I'm going to do is block this. I'm defensive, I feel vulnerable. And maybe with good reason, this Wands energy person is vulnerable. Seven of Wands, you know, the person standing in the doorway blocking it. The guard at the gate. Okay, tell us a little more about the dynamic between these two people, because I think it's two people. Okay, it's one of those big globs here, but we're going to go with it. The next one out is the Seven of Pentacles. Again, earth energy. Energy you put into something in order for it to grow. You invest in order for it to grow. And that's two sevens back to back. Seven of Wands, block. Seven of Pentacles, nurture. 7 and 7 is 14. 14 in Major Arcana is temperance, the blend, the balance. And I get that form of numerology. I don't know if you can even call it numerology, but it really seems to work. There's a guy named, a channel called Emery's Tarot, and I think he's wonderful. He's very quick reads, simple reads, but he uses that method. And I don't know if other people do or not, but it works for me. So we have the balance. You know, I don't know. Let's see. Under 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. That usually means what we've just said is true. Somebody's willing to begin and to cooperate. They're forging a relationship based on some knowledge. The Ace card, the I card. This is my truth, and I know the value of this connection. 3 of Pentacles. Under 7 of Wands, well, Page of Pentacles. It could be, you could read it like this earth energy person is making a small offer, or, you know, showing up in a small way to say, here, how about this? And this person's saying, sorry, not open for business. Could be a business. It's interesting I said that Pentacles can speak to money. Or anything you value in that way, time that is valuable to us. I mean, what is more valuable, really, than our time? You know, if we give of our life, Pentacles energy, of our time, if we're willing to invest. And this 7 of Wands person may be saying, okay, I'll invest, I'll kick in a little bit. Just a Page is a man of energy, to kind of test the waters. See about the 7 of Pentacles, and I think that's the possibility for this mutual cooperation, the 3 of Pentacles. Oh, I love it, the Star card. And I just want to say before I put this down, when I looked at it, one of the reasons I hesitated is the Star card is ordinarily a woman. And this woman has breasts, but the face actually looks like a man. I mean, there's a shadow of a beard. So there's something hermaphroditic, you know, it's a yin-yang balance. I don't think well, in any case, that's what I'm seeing, is a balance between male and female. And the 2 water pitchers, this sort of endless source of knowledge and healing. Stars, Aquarian energy, and those are Aquarian attributes. the new beginning in sword energy, and this lovely healing blessing energy of clarity and truth, and something about the eternal source. And that ability to tap in may require this kind of balance between the masculine do-it energy and the feminine receive-it energy. You know, roughly speaking, one is knowing it in a sort of cerebral way, sword energy way, and one is operating on intuition. And this person who's blocking, theoretically, wands are intuitive. You know, they're getting some sort of, and he doesn't look particularly scared, but he's not letting anybody in. Okay. On Ace of Swords, Hierophant, we had that yesterday, and I think the day before, making a lot of appearances, this Taurus energy, earth energy, grounded, perhaps to do with higher power, or a connection to a belief system. There's a truth coming through this, the channel of Hierophant. You know, I can interpret God's word. You know, I channel the divine somehow. I speak a truth based on this grounded knowledge that we're all connected to our higher power and connected to each other. Again, in that earth energy. That's the truth. You know, if you tap into that, that's what you'll know. Say the cards on Star, the Fool. Exactly what we were talking about. I think I even said Fool's energy. The willingness to take the risk. Major Arcana, the 0 card. The individual, usually it speaks to the individual, willing to take the risk. It's clarifying Star card, which usually, you know, one way of reading it is it speaks to the collective, Aquarian energy. The overview, what's good for us all, a knowledge of the network. The network. The connections. It's like links in the chain. There's a chain here. And these pentacles are linked. You know, as we are. In 3D, we're linked. On that 3 of Pentacles link business, Lovers. I mean, that's come up again and again. You know, working to forge this kind of connection and the knowledge, sword energy, Gemini energy, of who and what it means to be in this kind of relationship. You know, operating in that Gemini energy of the twins. You know, a connection between you and me. And I'll say it again, I mean, it's really clear on this card that the feminine is present and the masculine is sort of a shadow image, very faint. And it could be because of this defensiveness. You know, I'm not ready for this kind of a relationship. I don't want to be linked to anybody right now. Okay, on 7 of Pentacles, King of Swords. Card of Aquarius. So we have sword energy big time here in Gemini, Aquarius, and a minor arcana card of Aquarian energy. And that's on 7 of Pentacles. So it might be a sword energy person who's comfortable in standing back, because this is also a card of analysis, standing back and analyzing the cost-benefit ratio. Is that, I don't know why I'm speaking in statistics, but a King of Swords would analyze that way. What's going to be the yield? Again, is the juice worth the squeeze? I keep hearing, as if this were an orange tree, you know. What are we going to get out of this harvest? Is it enough to sustain a relationship like this? In 3D, can we actually do this? And somebody's investing. So it could be that the Seven of Wands energy is standing up for it. Because it can be that too. All these wands coming at this person and they're saying, no, my decision, Wands energy, my intuitive understanding of where I stand. I'm hearing like the hill you plant your flag on, the hill you're willing to defend. How much does it matter? Pentacles energy. And I think this King of Swords person has come to a decision, using their clarity, their Aquarian energy, to analyze the importance of this relationship. And I think, in fact, they're deciding, Sword energy, that they do want, let's clarify Seven Wands, but I think it looks like they do want to stand up for this against other people to protect the connection. Because they value it, Pentacles energy. Knight of Swords. Well, if this King of Swords person is standing up for the relationship, in sword energy, they're going to say something about it. They're on the move with some bit of information, with something to say. Like I've decided to take the risk. I want to connect our lives, link my life to your life. In 3D. It may have been mostly a 5D relationship, where these two were kind of linked through the ether. But now there's a desire to talk about the possibility, having put in time and effort, that this thing can actually come out of the ether and into our lives. Okay, on Page of Pentacles, the little offer, I'm interested in why it appears that the masculine is like, not vaporizing, but I see it more like they're coming into being. They're recognizing the relationship for what it is, sword energy. They get it now. They've stood back, they've looked at it, not objectively, but clear-eyed. And they're becoming more and more present. They may have been defensive in the past. They may be ready to explain why. On that Page of Pentacles, something to do maybe with the masculines starting to understand it. Understand that it could be real. 3D, 3 of Pentacles. 7 of Cups. Somebody's ready to offer something, to test the waters, to taste the fruit, to taste the fruits of their labor. Another 7. So now we have 3 sevens is 21. That's the World card in Major Arcana. The conclusion of a big phase on the basis of what we've done in our lives. We kind of graduate. But this is a little bit like the youthful energy of the page. How about this? Can we do this? Can we make it real? You know, I'm ready to kick in a little bit. And I think this person isn't sure that they've had enough, you know, because they've been confused. Love may be new to them. They may be used to being more analytical. This lover's relationship may be the first of its kind for them. So they're learning, Page of Pentacles. They've gotten some sort of takeaway on how to do it. Out of the all the possibilities of love, like they're new at it, full energy. The first card in the Major Arcana. Here I go, willing to take the risk. You know, my higher self, my highest perspective, my deepest and highest knowing says it's time to take the leap. It's like the price of admission to love is the willingness to risk and to offer what you can, when you can. I think this person is maybe confused about, like, is it this high level of commitment? Lover's Hierophant. Because this can be marriage, or at least a, you know, something that the higher power endorses, some sort of sacred bond. A sacred bond. And what are you going to do about it? Shoot. I'm going to leave it. It's full. It dropped. But in Wands energy, what are you going to do about it? Are you willing to risk? Okay, we had Fool on Star. What's this person want to say? What is King of Swords willing to say, willing to acknowledge, to show up and say, I see it too. I see myself in this relationship. You know, at first it's blurry. It's like it's coming into focus. But it's getting clearer and clearer in 3D. You know, I know this to be true. You're my person. Okay. On that Fool card that jumped off the, you know, literally took the leap. Okay. 3 of Wands. Looking to the future. You know, once you take the leap, based on your highest knowing, your higher power guidance, what next? What can we manifest? 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles equals 6 in Major Arcana is Lovers. You know, have we actually pulled this off? I'm willing now. I've dropped my defenses. And this King of Swords is going to say, I've been confused. I'm ready to make an offer. Is it enough? It's tentative. It's sort of like, is it too late? Because Pentacles speak to time. And I'm hearing ripeness is all. That's in King Lear. And I think that's a great expression. It's a kind of mantra for me, you know, to be ready to take the leap in divine timing. Ripeness is all. You know, don't let the fruit rot on the tree. Pick it. Pick the fruit. And be willing to offer it. You know, even if you're still confused, or there, this is the energy that's coming in for you. You'll be guided by your higher power toward the truth. You know, Hierophant, Ace of Swords. So, waiting on the shore for the ship to land. Safe harbor, some kind of safe harbor. Eight of Wands. One of my favorite cards in the deck. It's flow. It's communication. It's back and forth energy exchange. It's this. Talking about, you know, how do we solidify, how do we strengthen our connection? We've had it sort of through our dreams or through some kind of higher knowledge. It's coming into focus. But let's talk about the future. Three of Wands, Eight of Wands. In fire energy, in Wands energy, same energy as the Fool, the willingness to risk. Talk about the heartache. You know, talk about the time in separation. Talk about the lingering memory of the pain. Perhaps what caused this person to be defensive. And I think it's, because I always see this card as the memory of the pain. It's sword energy. I think that this person, King of Swords, perhaps an Aquarius, had been through it, had really gotten hurt, had gotten a kind of mistrust of the risk. They may have taken a risk and it blew up in their face. But now they're willing to talk about it. And pain that's processed, that you're able to not explain pain, but just share the story. Because I think this person was defensive. They didn't want to let anybody else know what they'd been through. And you know, it might have even been in a marriage. But there's a chance for a new beginning. If it is a marriage, it may be getting the commitment may be getting, there may be a recommitment. And again, we have another three. It could be third party. It could be third party. Because this speaks to me of third party, and we have 3 threes. Or 9. 9 in Major Arcana is Hermit. That's one way to stay safe. You know, to withdraw. Perhaps this person, you know, wasn't able to conceive sword energy of a relationship that wasn't painful. But now they're beginning to get it, sword energy, that this kind of connection is possible. They're bringing it into focus, into clarity. They're able to see it now. They're guided to do this, to try. No guarantees when we take the risk. It's not like, you know, do we always get what we want? Does it always last? Does it always work out? Is there trouble ahead? You know, what's that? Grateful Dead, trouble ahead, trouble behind. In every life, you know, nothing is trouble-free, but is it worth the risk to step into your own life with courage and fire energy? I'm going to do this. Aries, divine masculine energy. You know, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to believe in it. tell us about the Three of Swords. Strength. Couldn't be better. You know, the courage to go forward anyway, in fire energy. To communicate, to believe, to wait for it with some optimism. That this, in the future, can unfold. We can do it, Wands energy. You know, and we may have hurt each other, or somebody may have put somebody in a third-party situation. But in Sword energy, this amazing, I love the Star card. Huge healing energy, courage, faith, warmth, compassion, a kind of synthesis between these two that is a healer from pain. You know, the thorn in the lion's paw, the thorn, and here I note, these two are connected by a chain. Here's the chain again. So it's not a chain that, not like devil energy of being held back. There's movement into the flow, and the communication and the flow may not be here yet, but it's on the way. Eight of Wands. Somebody may be traveling. You know, they see the other person as safe harbor. You know, somebody they can be present with. Okay, so we have Strength card. I just love this. Ace of Wands. The new beginning in fire energy. The ignition, the spark, the passion, the direction. You know, strength and Ace of Wands. This is a card of Leo, fire energy, and here's the new beginning. We're well into Virgo, but there's a reignition because somebody's willing to, I think both people can see it now, you know, are inspired to try, have the courage to try, to move forward together in this kind of, you know, they're linked. Lovers, Three of Pentacles, strength, and perhaps a higher commitment like a marriage in the future. One more. Four of Pentacles, overcoming the fear, the thing that makes you want to hold back and clam up. It can also be a card of hanging on, like with this chain business. But I think this is a more solitary energy of, I'm going to stick with what I know. That might have been going on for 4 years. This person looks pretty stern. But now there's courage to move forward. And that Wands energy of do it and direction. I know where to go. I know what to do. What to say. You know, but it's full of warmth. It's not analytical. And I don't think it's based on anymore on the expectation that it's going to hurt. Page of Wands. Go for it. You know, take that first step on the Fool's journey in that same energy, Wands energy, fire energy, Aries energy. On the path, on, excuse me. Here we go. Cheers, here's looking at you, kid. Willing to take the risk and walk the path. Wand in hand, the courage to begin. after somebody really was closed down and defensive, walking the path, we're fire energy, temperance. And I talked about that a lot, all those sevens, the 2 sevens. Temperance is a card of balance, healing, divine timing, the strength to walk the path. All these fire energies, you know, fire in the belly, it's all about impulse to move forward. Because on an intuitive level, somebody believes in this. They may have gotten a big intuitive hit or a series of intuitive hits. You know, I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost like a excitement and heartbeat, anticipating somebody coming in as some sort of manifestation, and the healing of the heartache through communication, through speech. This was off the rails communication. This was hurtful words or an argument. Things were said, misunderstood. Somebody had the wrong belief. You know, they may have thought that they had to stay safe, stick with what they had. Now they're ready to work with the other person, do the actual, you know, the labor of love. Love is work. You don't set it and forget it. You know, as long as we're in this kind of slog of 3D life, we have to keep working at it and rededicating ourselves. Having the courage to do that. You know, to listen to our higher power and to see the divine in yourself and in the other person. There's a truth to be revealed, perhaps through this conversation. If you add that Ace of Swords to the 3 of Swords, you get the 4 of Swords. You get this. And there is something about the blend of male and female. The blend. The cooperative, compassionate energy of 2 beings who are linked, archetypally and in 3D. Major arcana, minor arcana. There's been a choice. You know, King of Swords stepped back and made a choice to drop the defenses and actually talk. And for divine masculine, that can be a real challenge to just say it, to say what they feel, to speak about a connection that deep. They've summoned their courage to begin. It's very passionate energy here. Okay, we have Lovers, card of Gemini, air energy. We have Hierophant, card of Taurus, earth energy, higher commitment. We have Strength, card of Leo, compassion, you know, a willingness to stay together, face the future together. Face the future. 3 of Wands, together, 3 of Pentacles, that cooperative energy, and lending each other courage and strength. You know, to overcome this desire to keep safe. We had Aries in the Fool that took the leap. Leo in Strength. Sagittarius and Temperance. 2 cards of the blend. I think that's it on the major arcana. And I think this is a great reading. Hope it resonated with you. I'd like this for all of us. I think it's good. I think it's really good. Clarity and connection. Willingness to take the leap. You know, it's not like we're chained to each other in the way that if one person leaps, the other person gets dragged over the edge too. Because there's a willingness to meet the other person, to balance with the other person, to trust the other person, to believe in the vision, to begin. Hot dog, Shazam, wowie zowie. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, you can get one if you want one of these. There's a link down below. It's not a very good link because it's white. If the mug is white, so it just looks very shadowy. But they're good. They're substantial. And yeah, I'll be saying cheers. Here's looking at you, kid, and all y'all kids. And please subscribe, blah, blah, blah. You can join. You can leave a tip, a donation if you want to. Hit the thanks button, or there's a link to PayPal. That always helps. But, you know, you're already kicking in energetically. We're linked. You better believe that, because I couldn't do this without you. And, you know, we are the collective. We're healing together. We're following the guides. We're brave. We get strength from each other. Strength from each other. Love it. Love y'all. I'll see you next time. Let's see if I can. Same time, same station, right?